But spank is this?
Whatever, doesn't matter.
No, I need to know.
No, it doesn't have to be that. It can be anything.
What spank in English means?
Spank.
Really?
I guess so. Not in the context of spank bank. A spank bank is thoughts. Just in case you want to know.
That's right. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luba.
And my name is Striker. And a question for you guys today on this unusual morning that we've been having is how hot will your future wife be? How hot will she be? People always think that. I think, well, she's going to be hotter, right? She's always going to be hotter. She's almost always going to be younger unless you like older
But
ladies.
what do you mean by hotter? Hotter is like more sexy or what?
Well, I guess that's subjective, isn't it? Like it depends on what you think is... Well, I mean, it's definitely hotter.
But
like,
what is the hot woman for you?
Well, that's a hard question to say. What is the hot woman for me?
I was thinking you'll ask, what is the hot woman for you?
Well, it depends on the criteria. Are you talking about physical criteria?
No, but
Because that's what we're talking about here.
Okay, no, for me it's important to understand.
Yeah. So we're talking about physical characteristics of a woman, and if we were to generalize it, she will be hotter. So we can say that I could show you my 10, and you could say she's a 5. So it's subjective, right? So it's impossible to tell a guy she's going to be looking this hot, because he might go, well, she's not very attractive at all. I don't know. It's like a little version, like a little, and vice versa. So I think we understand that the scale of attraction is extremely subjective, right? But
people expect, you mean that people expect the lady looks better than in the West and...
Well, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
So that's like, we know that that's going to happen, and she's probably going to be younger. But how hot is she going to be when you're looking at it from a subjective point of view? Because it's very difficult, right? And sometimes what we see, and to be honest, it's not our guys, is it? Our guys are very reasonable. They're very realistic. And I think that, if they were unreasonable and unrealistic, they would go somewhere else. And a lot of them sort of are, and they contact us, and they may send us photos of a lady that they're talking to, and it's like, Jesus, what is this? Come on, man. Like, seriously, So how hot will she be? Will your future wife be, right? So I think this, okay? I think that if you think about say it could be your ex-wife, it could be your ex-girlfriend, it's a woman that you have hooked up with or had some sort of relationship, long or short, in the last 5 years that you find attractive, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't have gone there, and add 2 points based on your own numeric scale of attraction. Not mine, not Luba's, not anyone else. So about 2 points hotter, right? And I think that this is very important to remember, because some guys are jumping like right up past 10, past 12, based on the dating that they did back in the West. Now, Ukraine is not this utopia of women that they're all number 10s and they all date any guy from the West, right? Even though when you go to these big websites, right, these big Goliath sites, and all the women look beautiful, right? And what do they have there? Brown stuff. They have the brown stuff there, right?
There.
Where is it?
There.
Oh, it's there. That have the brown stuff there. So, and I want to bring this home, and I want to ask Luba this question. I want to get Luba's feedback on it. Actually, no, I'll ask you first. Then I'm going to bring this home on something. I'm going to reel this back in and really cement it in there. What do you think about that? Like your clients, your experiences, guys that are chasing ladies that are 5 points hotter?
I will put it this way. I nowadays I used to work close with our agencies that we have in Heart Rocket, but nowadays I work extremely close with them because I have more clients with whom I work individually. I do the swing woman part, and so every time we talk, they're honest with me. They feel relaxed and free. And every time when they talk about we have one client and we sent them to the agency, and they called me to tell about their guy. And she said, Luba, what do you do with your guys to make them like to be so reasonable and realistic? Because the other guy who came to her from some I don't know how, he was like absolutely unreasonable and unrealistic. And agency has no even courage to help, because they understand that it's impossible. And all the guys with whom I used to work, like for the big companies, they've been sold, and I think that I already said that many times, they've been sold, and they was like they've been told, not so, and sold and told that they can date somebody like with 20-30 years age gap, that the ladies in Ukraine are just like looking for this big age gap, and age doesn't matter, and etc. When in our agencies, like with like small agencies who know and cherish every single girl that they have, and also what is good is that if there's any like problem with the girl, and if there's something that we consider as a red flag, like they remove this girl, but they cherish these girls. They know that the girl is looking for the guy with the, with these parameters, with these criteria, and when the guy is looking for somebody something unrealistic and unreasonable for him, they would literally be not able to help. And we come to this idea. So our guys nowadays is more, I think that they more value and cherish other qualities than just like how hot she will be. Of course, every single guy want to have a beautiful wife, but at the same time, you don't have to go through the measure like you told me that, or my other guy, he said trophy wife.
What other guy?
That other guy that I have. Trophy wife.
It's all coming out now, isn't it?
Trophy wife, right? They call it like trophy wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
But am I understand right? It's like when the look at her, like like she's like. But it was funny that the guy said the girl was like, he was dating like the girl who was like super like out of his league, and he was attracted to her. I understand, but then he come to the realization, and he told me, you know what, Luba, like this girl is that you have sex with her once in the whole life, because she will never she will not welcome you any other time. And I was very happy that he realized that. I was very happy that he understand that you need to understand who you are, how you look, how you're looking, what you're doing, what is your lifestyle, and then you need to pursue like the lady that will match that will not go that you will not feel upset that oh, she's using me. Of course, the girl is like supermodel, she will want to only use you. Does it make sense or no?
Yeah, it does. But I think what you're saying there is that in a relationship where there's a woman that's using that's like well out of the league, right? And what happens is when they get well out of the league, that value that needs to be present in that relationship has to come from something else. Usually it's money, whatever. But the thing that's lacking there, and that's what happens if you're trying to date a lady that's a 10 and you're a 5 or a 6, is that you're going to lack something that is imperative to a romantic relationship, and that is burning desire. Okay, so it's probably another video for another day. But if we were to talk about how hot will she be, and on a practical sense, at the finish goal, once you get married, to look back and go, okay, what did I actually achieve, or what does my wife look like? She's going to look about 2 points hotter than your previous romantic relationship in the West. Unless you've done some serious work on yourself, like maybe you were overweight and you became thin and you became ripped and you earned a lot more money and whatever it is. So you can improve yourself, and we always obviously talk about things that you can improve yourself along this this journey. But that's how hot you'll be. And the thing that I'm going to bring it home with here is, right, just have a look at these big websites with the brown stuff here, and then have a look at the success stories, right? Where are these ladies? Where are these number 10 we call them the draw card girls? They could be pro daters, they could be anything. Any of these types of girls. Where are they now? They're on the videos that tell guys to come over. They're on the website, saying that I'll talk to guys up to the age of 65. Where are they with the guys that actually get married? Because the guys that get married are almost always, 99.9% of the time, they're reasonable, right? They're realistic and they're reasonable. And you may look at some of these videos and go, oh, she's nowhere near as hot as like the girls that I want to date.
I have a story about that. I recently met one of our partners in Kyiv when I was there, and we was talking with her about one guy that he called her, and she was very strict with him and say like, listen, I told you I'm not gonna help you and I will not set up dates with you with this lady that you choose. Like I send you the list of the ladies that are interested in you, and if you don't want, like, please, like, don't contact me because it's a waste of time. I was like looking at her because it was pretty tough and pretty intense. And she said, Luba, can you imagine? She showed me the picture of this guy. She showed me his like profile, and she showed me the ladies that he chose and the ladies that she offered him. But he, like, when he called her, he actually called her not to ask for her service. He said, do you know, I found that agency and they already set me up with the 5 top ladies that they have on their website. And we sit with her, and like this guy, he wants to live in this fantasy. He wants to believe that these 5 girls who are like looking like top models, they are interested in him. Like, okay, what else can, like, there's nothing that we as a matchmaker can help you with. Like, if you don't want to listen, I'm sure that he will be back, and it's already happened like 100 times. Of course. He will be back in like some time and like apologizing and whatever. But I have a story recently that one of the guys also with whom I've been working, he chose the lady who was like really like very high maintenance, and like he liked her, so she recorded a voice message like through this agency. And you know, it's actually a very important one, and even like for him maybe it sounds not very pleasant and not very nice, but it's actually give the result and give the reality. So the lady was a professor in university, doctor, like very high doctor in Kiev. She's doing some conferences, like she's really like she's not married, and it's obviously that ladies in their 38s, when they never been in a relationship, they was really focusing on their life. So, and this guy, he doesn't have education, he doesn't, like, he's a very good guy, and for some lady it would not matter at all. He was a professional sportman, so like for him education, go to university and study there for like whatever years, was not important. So, and I respect that, because I know that in US it's much different even than here, and most of the people who even have education here, they what they do, they work on a gas station. It's not like education nowadays, unfortunately, is not mean that much as it used to be. But anyway, so she recorded a voice message and said like, girls, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to go on a date just to have a free dinner. I don't want to go on a date just to waste somebody's times. Like, the guy like him, I can get in Kiev. I want somebody better. I want to be somebody very educated. I want somebody that will lead me. So there's an answer. She was like maybe 4 points higher than he should look for. And but the girl from the serious agency, she said no. She said, sorry, I'm not interested. In other agency, because they will want you to pay the introduction or the fee or the whatever, they will say, please, can you go? We will like give you for a taxi. And maybe the girl will, I mean, and I know that for real. And so maybe she will go, but, and hopefully she will not scam him. But will it be a waste of time? Yes. Will she give him empty hopes? Probably. So I think that to not get into this situation, you have to decide from the beginning that you're not going to do that, and you're not going to jump into this path.
You know, the whole thing, really, what it comes down to, it's like everything comes down to value. Everything in every single relationship, whether it's with your friends, with your family, not so much with your family, but probably to some degree, but with the ladies that you're dating, it all comes down to value. What value do you see in her? And quite often it's, she's beautiful, she's younger. It's not that hard to figure that out. But for her, it comes back to what's your value for her, you know? And you may not be, and you may be, she may be 4 points higher, but you got to give her a lifestyle that has value for her. So you got to offset that value. So it's all going to come down to value, you know? And that's the thing you have to realize, you know? You have to understand it. You have to have some self-awareness about it. So yeah, I mean,
and I don't want to guys like who say, oh, the girls only looking for the ticket to America. You know, when I've seen on these restaurants like these older guys, like really older guys, unfortunately looks bad, and I have to admit it. And there's like a young girl who is sitting and eating the sushi and having the doggy bag, like, you know, all kinds of food there. So I look and I think like they're probably worth each other. No, right? I mean, it's like but he maybe enjoy that, but at the end he's upset and he said that he feel used and that she's not serious. And even if this relationship will ever end up like that, she will go by fiance visa to US, you have to understand that the only reason that she will go there is because she just want to move to America, and then as soon as she got her green card, she will be gone. And
there's no burning desire.
There's no burning desire, yes, and it's a very good one. We will have to do another video about that, but just be reasonable and realistic, as we always say, and don't think that in Ukraine it's like it's some magical box that you can get. Like, I think that all the ladies here, if you find a good one, she will be the hottest for you, and she will be 10 points hotter for you than any other lady that you've been dating before, because she will be here,
Yeah.
she will be warm, she will be real, she will be with the family values, and for you, she will be the one.
Yeah, and I have this the experience of doing that, and every lady that I have dated has been way hotter, more than 2 points hotter than any woman that I've dated back in the West, So, yeah, that's all I guess we'll probably say about that. So just please be reasonable, be realistic, and if you are, give us a call, and we can certainly put you on the right path.
And if you're asking, will she be hotter than your girlfriend on the West? She definitely will.
Well, no, what they're not asking that. What they're asking is, will the ex be jealous from the West?
Oh, yeah. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you later.